Up next, Marvel Legends, Spider-Man Armadillo Build-A-Figure Wave, Morlun. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. But now let's talk about it.
MBB on the track.
What up, party people in the place? I am the Ruckus, and these are my toys. On deck, we have from the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Armadillo Build-A-Figure Wave. This is a 616 character. It's the first one in the wave that we are reviewing, and it's a villain, so you know I'm down. We've got Morlun of the Inheritors, but a little bit about that in a minute. Anyway, we have the standard Marvel Legends packaging. You've got Build-A-Figure Marvel's Armadillo at the top. You've got Marvel Legends, or Legends series I should say, spot varnished right above the figure. You've got the clear clamshell window displaying the figure and the accessories. You've got the Spider-Man logo down below, and then of course the name of the figure, and in this case it is Morlun. Turning to the side, you have some artwork of Morlun right there. Going to the back, more artwork of Morlun, and of course the standard read-up, which is from the darkness. The vampire Morlun hunts Spider-Man in an effort to slay the superhero and feed on his powers, which does sum up what Morlun and the Inheritors are about. And then of course that same read-up is in different languages going down. Then below that you've got the Armadillo, and you have the all the figures in the wave, including all of the figures required to build Armadillo. The integrated Spider-Man, whom I reviewed previously, is not required to build Armadillo. Then you've got a bunch of legalese. Then after that, you've got that same artwork that we saw on the other side. On this side, on the top, we've got spot varnished spider logo. On the bottom, legalese. So now it's time to get the bloodsucker out of his packaging. Morlun comes with the right arm of the Armadillo. We will see what's up with him once we've got all the pieces collected and get him put together. So we've got Morlun out of the packaging, and right away, anyone who has the 2020 PulseCon exclusive Hellfire Club box set will notice a load of similarities between Morlun here and Sebastian Shaw and Alexander Pierce, as well as anyone who received the Wolverine Amazon exclusive 5-figure set. Mastermind Jason Wingard was just a retooled version of those previously mentioned figures. Morlun here, however, is different. First off, different legs for sure. He has regular pants, whereas the Hellfire Club cronies, they had those knickers with the white socks and the pilgrim shoes. Whereas this guy, Morlun, you can see he's got a more modern take, at least from the waist down. It does look good. He's got the, I'm going to get it mixed up again. Is that a cummerbund? No, the cummerbund is what goes around your waist. That's a, somebody help me out. The Kingpin wears these things as well. Anyway, I'll figure it out after the video. Somebody let me know in the comments below. But he's sporting that. He's got a medallion of some kind that's in the center of that piece that goes around his neck. And He's got mostly drab colors, with the exception of the blue of the item whose name escapes me. And but other than that, let's take a closer look at Morlun. So we've got Morlun up close and personal, and first glance you can tell that he's not exactly human. He's we call him a vampire, and it even calls him a vampire, his little bio readout on the packaging that he comes in. But he's not a vampire. Obviously he has vampire tendencies, but he's not a vampire in the truest sense of the word. He's what's known as a totemic hunter. Yeah, third time's charm. Totemic hunter. That's basically what he is. He's not from the 616. He's from a planet. He's from the 001 universe. Place called Loom World, and he's part of a larger clan of totemic hunters. And what that actually means is they hunt totems, that being human hosts of basically animal style avatars. In this instance, we're talking about spiders. So the inheritors, they hunt anyone that is a spider themed individual. So that's how he ended up going after Spider-Man from the 616. His first appearance was in Amazing Spider-Man 30, and it's hard to believe that was all the way back in 2001. But I remember that storyline. Spider-Man, he fought hard, but Morlun was definitely outclassed by Morlun in that fight big time. I think Morlun's strength range is he's a 50-tonner, if I'm not mistaken, and Spider-Man is listed as a 10-tonner, even though it's my belief, I've believed this for a long time, that on average that's what Spidey can press. But there have been accounts showing him lift more. I think obviously this is kind of like an escape clause, but I kind of sort of think that Spider-Man is reasonably as strong as he needs to be. You know what I'm saying? Because they've shown him not necessarily hold up, but brace a building and kept it from falling until it got shored up. He punched out, he took out, beat down Firelord, even though it was later retconned that he was assisted. It was he did this when he was wearing the symbiote suit. So the symbiote suit had increased his strength. But there are a few other events and occasions where Spider-Man demonstrated greater than normal strength. And he did hold his own by the end of the storyline against Morlun, but you can clearly see that Morlun had him outclassed. And that's because they're the predator and the spiders are the prey. So normally, in most cases, one-on-one, predators are stronger than prey. So you do have that. But that's just to give you a little background on Morlun and why he is a Spidey villain. Getting back to the figure itself, once again, you can see just looking at him, he's not quite human. He's not human at all. He's an inheritor. And he's got a grayish hue to his skin tone. You see the red eyes. You can see the teeth. He isn't sporting fangs because that's not how he feeds. We'll call it that. Trying to keep it clean in these YouTube streets. You could see I still don't know what that is. I know it isn't a cummerbund that goes around the waist. And I can't think of that name. You guys, you got to help me out there. He's got that medallion in the center of it, and it's painted nice, very nice. Looking at the figure, he's other than that blue, he's very drab in his color palette. He's basically in this this kind of grayish black. The suit, his vest is nice. His vest is silver, and that looks pretty nice. The buttons are black. Then you go down, his belt is, if you can see his belt in there, his buckle is painted silver, so that's great that they did that, considering that it's semi-hidden. And then, the rest of him is just that plain grayish charcoal gray, and the shoes are black. They did paint his cufflinks, so that's cool that he's got that, and his sleeves are a slightly different color than the rest of the suit. As far as the back, same thing. It looks like, yeah, there's some paint on those buckles at the back of the latch for his jacket. And then, of course, you went out of frame just so I could get him turned around. Looking at his hair, you see that he's sporting that widow's peak action, and he's got the dark hair, no wash in it, but it still looks pretty good. And yeah, that is getting him back in frame. I think I got him out of frame a little bit, but yeah, that is our Morlun. Now, taking a look at his articulation, Morlun, with all this hair back here, you can tell he's not going to be able to go back. He's on a ball peg hinge. He can look down slightly, not much, slightly. Let me get him straight up so you can see how much he looks, which is not much at all. But you could tell that he is doing it because you see where his hair is sitting. When his head is straight up, his hair is flush with his back, more or less. You can get him to rotate left and right. You're not going to really get a 360 once again because of the hair. He doesn't give you much in the way of attitude. His arms, he can do near 90 degrees with his arms. You can do a 360. He's got the bicep rotation. He's got double jointed elbows. He's got wrist rotation. And I forgot to even bring this up now that I'm looking at it. Right here, people, this is how he feeds. And I remember when Morlun was announced, a lot of people thought it was going to be a retro version of Morbius, the living vampire. Myself and a few others, we had noted how many pores he's got. He has 6, and Morbius from the cartoon only had 5, and we had pointed it out to some people that came on their channels and stated that they were guessing it was going to be Morbius, and I and about 3 other people were letting them know that it's going to be Morlun, and of course that's what it turned out being. But getting back to this, done with patting myself on the back, he's got the horizontal hinge so he can go in and out like that. And then let's talk about his torso articulation. This vest is going to make it difficult to get any crunch, whatever. You get a little, but he's going to try to pop back, and you go back. He'll hold on to going back better than going forward. He does have waist articulation. There is waist articulation under there. I had already checked, so it is from the waist. It's not from the diaphragm. He could do the splits that much. He can get his leg forward that much, back that much. He does have a thigh cut. He's got double jointed knees, and he can point his toe that much, up that much. He's got ankle pivot and peg holes at the bottom of his feet, at the front of his feet, and the serial number is on his shoes and not on his thigh. Gotta love that. Taking a look at Morlun's height, he's standing at about 6.5 inches. The only accessory Morlun comes with is another head sculpt. This is with him gritting his teeth, and if you look in there, you can see he is not sporting fangs, because once again, he's not that kind of vampire. But once again, he's got that grayish hue to his skin tone, And the eyes are red. They've got black pupils in there. Put it that way so you can see those pupils. And the teeth painted nicely. The widow's peak and everything is good. The sideburns on and cracking. You know, once again, no wash in the hair. And now let's check out what he looks like with this sculpt on. Here's Morlun with the other head sculpt on. And yeah, I think I will be displaying him with this particular portrait. Here's Morlun backed up with his hands out so you can see the pores, the red pores. They're painted in red. I didn't state that before. Of course, you were all able to see that, but it always bears mention, and try to get as much detail in as you can when you're doing these reviews. So my apologies, I should have mentioned it before, but yes, the pores are painted red in there, and as you can see what they look like. Here's Morlun next to another Spidey villain. You've got Venom of the PulseCon 2021 Retro Series exclusive. And here we have him next to Superposable Spider-Man. And yeah, Morlun may be getting a little hungry now. So to sum it all up, Morlun the Inheritor from the Marvel Legends Spider-Man No Way Home Armadillo Build-A-Figure wave. For me, a villain, that's a check. A new character, that's a check. Came out looking pretty good. Double check. I'm loving it. The articulation is fine. He stands very well. I should add that a lot of times characters with these trousers and the shoes that come with it, people have a difficult time standing them. That is not the case with Morlun. He stands very well. He looks very good. And yeah, I'm very glad to have added him to my collection. With that, it's the end of this review. We're going to finish up with the last figure in this wave and then move on to the Build-A-Figure, Armadillo himself. So thank you guys for rocking with me. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and smash that bell so you can be notified when I upload another video. Until the next time, my peeps, remember, the hunt continues. And I'm out. Peace.